What's the second best?
XRP is going to $1,000. And if you don't believe me, you're the problem. Guys, in today's episode, we are going to be breaking down not only a $50,000 E-Trade that we're winning, by the way. We are up probably $500 right now as we speak. But we're going to be breaking down, believe it or not, many different institutions going on major stock exchange podcasts and TV shows and media channels, whatever you want to call it, claiming XRP is going to hit $1,000. So is this true? Is this possible? We're going to be breaking down just that, as well as cover Fed interest rates. Tomorrow is a massive day for the markets. Where is ETH heading? How is Bitcoin dominance handling these current market conditions? Where is the market moving next? That is what we're breaking down on today's episode. Guys, welcome to the show. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way in. And starting off, let's get with a beautiful crypto market update before we jump into all the XRP news. Bitcoin sitting at $117,510. Ethereum, $37,622. Teasing our gonads at that $4,000. We want to see 4,000 Ethereum here. XRP, $3.11. Look, guys, I know it's sitting only at $3.11. Okay, let me make sure I put it right here big for you guys. Nice and big. $3.11. But that is only $996.88 away from $1,000 XRP. That is only 900. And again, whatever much dollars, I'm breaking my brain now, away from a $1,000 XRP. And I do believe we might be able to see it happen. And I will explain why in just a second. I will explain why in just a second on why it's completely possible. XRP is going to 100% definitely hit $1,000 by 2030. I'm going to completely do it. I'm going to 100% do it with you guys here. But first, we got to cover the rest of the market. BNB, $803. Solana, 181. Dogecoin, 22 cents. Top movers in the last 24 hours include Pump Fund with a bit of a comeback, up 16%. Conflux, CFX, the Chinese smart contract stablecoin, 10%, 1.86%. Form, dude. Form right here. Happy Gilmore's cryptocurrency sitting at $3.73, up 10%. XDC, Story, Tron, Toncoin, Flare, Kronos. Lots of big winners. Perhaps one of the biggest winners in the last few days, though, is going to be a new platform that maybe some of you are interested in, but is going to be Zora. And no, we are not sponsored with this product, but we're going to talk about Zora because Zora is exploding. It's a new social-fi trading platform, which we're going to talk about at the end of this episode. So stick around to make sure what is happening with Zora out there. But looking at our charts, okay, we got to look at our liquidations. Right now, people are getting scared. Let's ask chat. Let's start off the stream right. Yes or no? No, that's the wrong question. Are you bullish or bearish for the end of this week? Are you bullish or bearish for the end of this week? Do you believe we're going to go higher or lower by the end of this week? Put bullish or bearish in the comments below right now. Because when we look at the liquidation maps, while we see a pullback taking place in these markets. We see Bitcoin coming back to 170,000. We see Ethereum coming back down to maybe 3,600, whatever these price actions are. On the 24-hour time frame, we're starting to watch a lot of liquidity build up above us. A lot of liquidity build up above us. Thank God I didn't listen and bought Kronos. Oh, yes, bro. All day long, man. I am a 100% super fan of Kronos. You guys know I love trading exchange tokens. But looking at this liquidation chart, $3,742 sitting right below us, right below this point. We are starting to create some decent support, so some accumulation, and now there's liquidity opening up above us all the way up towards $3,900. So while on the daily, yeah, we're kind of bouncing, trying to find that support, Ethereum on the daily or the weekly does have a lot more liquidity above it. But it's interesting because when we look at the shorter time frame, look at the 7-day on Ethereum now, completely switched. We got to watch this closely because while right now we're still in a bullish bias, we're still like expecting to see that retest of $4,000. more and more liquidity is starting to stack up below us, which could indicate a short-term reversal or pullback, or we actually get more downside on Ethereum's chart than people are expecting, which obviously no one would be happy with. But ultimately, the latest information and news in the markets includes 6 men allegedly defrauding banks, Coinbase sparking altcoin rallies with some new cryptocurrencies we'll be covering in this episode, and of course, XRP wanted to not only break $5,000, but $1,000 as a whole. Here you go. Bullish Easy A app co-founder Dom Kwok predicts XRP to reach $1,000 by 2030 in an interview on the New York Stock Exchange floor. This isn't like just a random interview of one of those basement dweller dudes that definitely have way too much, let's say, way too many gas masks in their basement preparing for the end of the world. Let me put it this way. They are in suits on the New York Stock Exchange floor in an interview with a digital currency fintech group saying that XRP is going to go to $1,000. So let's see what they have to say.
You know, we're really bullish on Ripple, on XRP in particular, because of the inroads they've already made into the TradFi sector. They've been, really sort of diligent about getting tons of different licenses all across the world to actually make sure that they are positioned to own the space when the institutions actually come into blockchain, into crypto, which they're already starting to do with stablecoins. That's obviously a huge use case, and Ripple has their own RLUSD stablecoin, which is awesome, and we've already started educating our community on them. And ultimately for us, we're just super bullish on the mission, what they're doing already in terms of bringing all these big institutions. Hidden Road acquisition, for example, is a great example of how they're going to actually be utilizing the XRP ledger in the real world, settling trades, etc., much faster, cheaper than otherwise would be possible. And then obviously also international money payments. All of those different aspects really make it one of the formative companies of the next decade, in our opinion. And I know a lot of people have been asking for my price targets on XRP. And I think it's the first time I'll say it, but I think XRP is heading to $1,000 by 2030. So for me, it's, a super important project, and actually probably one of the most important projects out there at the moment.
All right, moving on. That's all I have to say about that. We don't need any more opinions on that whatsoever. XRP price prediction Swift rally to $5. So let's talk about what I think is realistic. All right, let's talk about what I believe is realistic here. So, can XRP actually hit $1,000? Well, let's just talk about getting to fucking $5 first. Let's get the $5 first. Okay. And that XRP price prediction, Swift rally to $5 possible this month. And honestly, I'd say this is more possible than obviously $1,000 XRP, but spotlight is still on Ulab's finance here. So check this out. Ripple price is showing renewed uptrend momentum. We know this. Ripple's been crushing it. XRP's been crushing it. And this has led to positive XRP price prediction headlines, many of which point to a $5 XRP fueled by ongoing development, right? Many of the crypto analysts, including Austin Hilton, not Paris Hilton, Austin Hilton, are predicting a significant surge for XRP, especially if the market sentiments continue to improve in the coming days. It's almost like, people are predicting that if there's positive sentiment in the market and positive price action, the number goes up. This is life-changing information. If number is bullish, if daily buy list is bullish and hype is bullish and people get more bullish, well, obviously the price is going to go. This is really, really deep, insightful stuff. The XRP price prediction for July also could post bold targets, like surge to $5 in August. And this comes at a time when the price of Ripple is now showing an uptrend momentum, but trading above $3.10. The momentum is largely driven by significant 93% drop in whale exchange transfers July 1st, and this period saw the sell-offs peak at over 43,000 XRP tokens. We all know this was Chris Larson. Chris Larson was like dumping his XRP. However, to achieve the $5 bullish outlook, Ripple must overcome the resistance at $3.30 and flip it into support with the next target, of course, of $3.62. Now, to me, I do believe XRP can push towards that $420 range, but this is honestly pretty probable by the end of August. I mean, if Ethereum breaks $4,000, I do think we're going to get some really big upside. But at the same time, it makes me very worried when I see people coming out on this New York Stock Exchange floor and claim, XRP is going to go to $10,000. I already deleted the post there. But people are actually going onto the New York Stock Exchange floor and making, I don't know what the prediction, like, is it for clout? Do they truly believe this? I mean, we get the Ripple settlements, we get the payment systems, we get all the, there's integration, yeah, but $1,000 XRP? Does market cap really not matter? I know people watching this right now. I know there's going to be XRP holders watching this right now that are going to be like, Josh, XRP market cap doesn't matter. You're dumb. You're dumb, Josh. You don't know what market cap doesn't matter. But ultimately, and again, I'm not shitting on XRP. I like XRP. The XRP can go to $5. You just said that. Not the conversation here. But $1,000. $1,000. I'm going to ask you guys right now. We're going to let chat decide. What is your XRP price prediction by 2030? What is your XRP price prediction by 2030? I want to know. Johnny December comes in and says, LOL, that Austin Hilton guy was a stock guy who shilled so many worthless meme coins. Oh, I didn't even know that. I have no idea who Austin Hilton is. I thought Austin Hilton was just a fake name, dude. Sounds like the most generic white guy ever. And boom, you see this, chat? You see this right there? You see this on the screen? This is why Discover Crypto's community is the smartest crypto community on the freaking internet. And it's why you guys are going to make way more money than everybody else out there, because you guys have realistic price predictions. You guys have realistic price predictions. With realistic price predictions come realistic strategies. And if you don't have a strategy yet, that is what we're going to be talking about in this stream. We're going to be talking about the 3 things I personally would avoid making as a mistake if I were new to crypto. I'll be giving you guys that information here at the end of this episode. So make sure you guys hit that like button and stick around, because there's 3 things that everybody that is in crypto makes in terms of a mistake. And that mistake ends up leaving them with round-tripping their bags, losing a ton of money, or leaving crypto forever because they think it's a scam. And we'll be talking about here at the end of this episode. But I love a lot of these price predictions coming in. You guys are absolutely amazing. And thank you guys for all the likes coming in. You guys are crushing it right now today. So I agree with you all. But bullish news. Check this out here. We have BlackRock, $12.5 trillion BlackRock says Bitcoin is having a great year as the United States becomes the crypto capital of the world. This has been a banner year for Bitcoin, up 25% just this year. BlackRock is banking hundreds of millions of dollars in transaction fees off retail. Thanks to us, we're making BlackRock rich. You're welcome, Larry Fink. The U.S. is in the process of adopting a couple of key laws aimed at bringing digital asset payments and assets into the mainstream and making the United States the most beautiful crypto capital of the world here. One determines the financial regulatory overseas. We don't need to read all this. You guys already know all the yada, 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 Genius Act, Market Structure Bill, etc. Article 12. We'll cover it and break that down all with you guys, but very bullish for the markets. Here's BlackRock CIO, though, another minute clip. CIO of fixed income, Rick Reeder, on crypto. I own some in portfolios. The adoption rate around the world has been extraordinary. Take a listen to what BlackRock is doing with their bags on Wall Street.
Growth and income. And then, by the way, maybe a little bit of hard asset, whether that's gold or some crypto, not scaled to the size of your debt and equity. But I think that creates balance in a portfolio.
You mentioned crypto, which has become quite the topic in Washington these days, and particularly stablecoin, because all of a sudden everybody wants a stablecoin, it seems like. Is that really fundamentally going to change the financial system?
So crypto or stablecoin are both, they're related. Stablecoin, I actually think, will be quite helpful in that it will utilize it. A, there's a benefit to the currency and the dollar utilization ultimately. B, it will soak up some of it. We have a lot of treasuries we've got to issue. It will soak up some of that. Not a tremendous, but it will soak up some of that. So I think that'll be real utility. How we moved in a tokenized assets, in tokenized investments, how we think about payments mechanism. I think stablecoin will be a very big deal. Crypto, I think, general crypto, I actually think, I own some of the portfolios, you talk about volatility. I own it in moderate size, but it's one of those things, the adoption rate around the world is so extraordinary.
Wow, dude. I'd be gooning anytime BlackRock says something about tokenization. Tokenization, baby. Tokenize my arm, tokenize my eyeballs, tokenize my voice, tokenize it, all of it. I was going to say some other gross jokes.
Currency and the dollar.
All the new viewers here just yet. That is for dominating you guys at the end of this episode. But before I dominate you, we got to talk about why Bitcoin dominates the market. and the rest of these altcoins. The Bitcoin dominance is mirroring the 2021 crash. Huge altcoin rally is coming from Ash Crypto. Man, type 1 in chat if you're tired of every influencer saying, alt season's here. Alt season, it's right around the corner. Alt season. Dude, it's like we need to take altcoin season and Bitcoin dominance and just sock it right into their stupid little mouths, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. But this time's different. We're actually going to see it happen. Consolidation is breaking, and we're seeing Bitcoin actually start to break. And I think it's going to actually take place here. What are we talking about here, chat? What are we talking about? We're talking about the most important chart in all of crypto, okay? The most important chart of all. If you don't know what Bitcoin dominance is, you're submissive. You're submissive to all the rest of the market and the whales here. Check this out, okay? This is the most important trend line and chart that you need to pay attention to in crypto. When this chart goes down, okay? When Bitcoin dominance goes down, altcoins go up. So when this chart goes down, generally you're going to see on the right hand of the screen a ton of green in altcoins. A ton of green in altcoins. When this market goes up, when you see a bounce on Bitcoin dominance, you see altcoins bleed. You see them go into red traditionally. All right. Let me zoom in on this. I'm going to show you the exact examples. So today on the daily, Bitcoin dominance is green. Bitcoin dominance is running. What's happening to altcoins, chat? We're seeing a bit of a pullback. We're seeing a bit of a pullback. That is what this chart refers to. So when Bitcoin dominance drops, which right now it's retesting a multi-year-long trend line, if this breaks, if this support breaks, and Bitcoin dominance breaks 60% and actually loses the support and pushes back towards 55%, you're more than likely going to see a huge alt season. Similar to what you saw when Donald Trump was first elected back in November. You had Donald Trump get elected, and then you saw for about 2 to 3 weeks afterwards, massive upside in altcoins, which ended up being wiped out as he launched his meme coin and absolutely wrecked most American investors in January of 2025. But that is a very important chart. Very, very important chart for everybody to be reading. And if it happens, it will be really bullish. Tomorrow, though, if you don't have notifications on for this channel, you're going to miss out on the most important entire show of this entire month, the FOMC meeting. We've been getting a ton of backlash from, Jerome Powell has been receiving a ton of backlash from Donald Trump, who has been bullying him and trying to submit him into cutting interest rates. He wants interest rates cut by 300 basis points. The Feds, I doubt, are going to cut anything. But guess what? Tomorrow, we're going to be watching this live together. So if you guys want to tune in 2:30 p.m. Eastern, I'll be live at 2 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys save that calendar date for you guys. 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll be going live like I do every single FOMC meeting that I've done for the last 6 years at this point. 2:30 p.m. with Chair Powell as he hosts the live FOMC press conference. We'll watch it. We'll break it down. We'll watch the markets together. And hopefully, we'll make a ton of money together. But the SEC here, just in breaking news, acknowledges that BlackRock filing is allowing staking for its spot Ethereum ETF holders. This, very bullish. I love seeing this, okay? This is going to be really good for institutions sucking, just absolutely draining exchanges. Pause. Did not mean to do that motion off these exchanges. It's going to pull Ethereum, suck it off like a vacuum from these exchanges. And with Ethereum adoption, with more and more people utilizing the network, it actually has deflationary mechanics that could lead to a nice squeeze to the upside, a supply shock where prices do push Ethereum over $4,000 back towards that $5,000 price mark. Everybody has been so waiting on, well, I wouldn't say effortlessly. They've been waiting 4 years for since 2021. But here's Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase. We got a 2-minute and 55-second clip. This is a very, very important video. I actually watched a little bit this earlier today, but he comes out and says Bitcoin is probably the best form of money ever created. So if you're somebody that's new to crypto, maybe this is your first cycle, type 1 in chat if this is your first cycle. Very interested in seeing how many people are just, brand new to the crypto market. This video is going to be really for you guys, but everyone as a whole, as it just explains the power of Bitcoin. It explains the beauty of cryptocurrency and why it's so important. Take a listen to this clip.
Bitcoin is probably the best form of money that's ever created.
What is money to you?
Yeah. Well, to me, money is really like a medium of exchange. And it came out of this need from the barter system not fully working, right? Like if I if I grow apples and you raise beef and I kind of want some beef, but you don't need my apples right now, you got enough apples, it's like, that's a barrier to a trade happening, right? So it helps if we have this common medium of exchange that can be used to price things and just allow a transaction to happen even if you don't need the exact good that I produce, right? And over time, lots of things have been used as money, right? Like people used salt as money at one point. In prisons, people use like cigarettes or different food items as money. Seashells, famously, all these like kind of things. And there's certain properties of money that make it good money or bad money, right? Like scarcity is one of those. Can people just, if you can find a bunch more seashells on the ocean, on the beach, then that's like a bad form of money, right? Or durability, like, will the thing deteriorate over time? Like bread or something like that is probably like a bad form of currency because it goes bad, it rots, right? How portable is it? Like, a bar of gold is great as like a store of value, which by the way is another good property of money, but it's hard to move gold. Like if I need to pay somebody in Japan, like I need to fly that bar of gold, right? Or how subdivisible is it, right? Can I like chip off a little flake of gold to pay for my coffee, or so people look at these different properties of money and you can kind of score different monies. And like, this is partly why I think Bitcoin is probably the best form of money that's ever created, because it is scarce, provably scarce, just like gold or something like that. But it's more portable than gold. You can send a Bitcoin transaction kind of anywhere in the world pretty quickly. It's subdivisible down to like 8 decimal places. It's very durable. It's not going to go bad, and it's like it's fungible too. Like that if I have one Bitcoin, it's just as good as another Bitcoin, right? Like imagine if you had like different purities of metals and like, oh, is this one diluted a little bit, or like are they hiding some lead in there? So yeah, I think you could think of Bitcoin as like a digital gold, and it has some of the best properties of gold, but some of the ones that gold doesn't have too, like the portability and subdivisibility, the programmability too. A little, I would say you can use it in different set up different contracts with it and things like that. So that's kind of what money is to me. It's intended to be a medium of exchange, and I think crypto is really providing a better alternative on that dimension.
Yeah, what an amazing interview. I'd love to interview Brian Armstrong one day, dude. What
Bitcoin is probably
great perspective.
The best form of money that's ever
out there.
created.
You have Jack Maller's comment on this. Agree. Out of curiosity, if Bitcoin is the best money in human history, what is Ethereum to? Very interesting here. But this is programmable internet. Best money with no supply limit. You monetize. Bitcoin maxis are funny. Man, our Ethereum trade taking off, chat. I do see it. Thank you for pointing out here. Look how, dude, the market maker. I was going to make such a bad joke right there. I was like, the market makers are stealing so much liquidity. It turned my screen. You guys get it. $520, 8% up right now. We are up. It's trying to push back up towards that breakout period here. We called this in the Discord. If you're new to Discover Crypto's community, make sure you guys come join the Discord. I do these trades in here every single day. Right now, we're doing a $1,000 to $10,000 challenge. Been pretty slow, but we are at the multi-$1,000 level at this point in the trading challenge, doing very well. But markets obviously, after the huge rally up, been very choppy. Been choppy waters, but we're still crushing in the Discord. If you want to follow our trades, come join. So it's completely free for you guys to do so. And yeah, we're getting a bit of upside in the market there for you guys. If you're on X, I see this right now on Discover Crypto. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you repost. Make sure you give us some love and just, hug one another. We did have someone in chat see something very interesting, though. I needed to point it out that the greatness, a grown-ass man shouldn't be sucking air like a vacuum. Honestly, I think it's weak of you as a man that's grown not to suck air like a vacuum, bro. You got to use that power. You got to get into it. Like, what are you worried about your insecurities because you're not sucking air hard enough, bro? Okay, you can die 10 years earlier than me then, because I'm gonna have way more air in my lungs than you, bro. Good night, bro. I'm gonna have a wonderful night. XRP to $500 by end of year. Yeah, possibly here. I did want to point this out though. So Jack Mallers, the guy who just commented on that post about Brian Armstrong, about Ethereum, okay? What do you think of Ethereum if you think Bitcoin is the best form of money? Well, just in, 21 Capital CEO says Bitcoin's price is going higher because its scarcity and the huge amount of buying demand right now is bullish. So, yeah, check out Jack Maller's Bitcoin price prediction. Let me know in the comments if you agree with this Bitcoin price prediction.
Buy as much Bitcoin as you can and hold it for as long as possible and never sell it?
That's one of the goals, yes. But I think what makes us different than a lot of these other businesses is we plan to build Bitcoin products as well. I mean, the founding group is Tether and myself. I founded and lead Strike, is one of the bigger Bitcoin financial services firms in the world. Tether obviously is one of the most impressive companies in the history of humanity, but specifically in building massive cash flows within the space. So Paulo and I, before we were CEOs, we were engineers. We built a lot of products. And so we plan to not only acquire as much Bitcoin as possible, raising capital and all sorts of deep capital pools, but also build products, build technology, build tools. I think when people eventually think of 21, it's, are they a competitor to Coinbase? Are they a competitor to Strategy? For us, why not both? We think we have that potential.
Do you envision a future where Bitcoin treasury companies such as Strategy, Mara, and you guys end up buying so much Bitcoin that there really isn't actually much left out there on the open market for people to trade? After all, it is a fixed number of Bitcoin, so no more will be created once it reaches that number.
Right. You know, what's fascinating about the asset, and it's not intuitive because it's so rare, is that, to your point, it is definitively scarce. So if everyone in the world wanted an iPhone, Apple could make more. If everyone in the world wanted a McDonald's cheeseburger, McDonald's could make more. The fact that Bitcoin cannot increase its supply means the new supply comes from the market. If you want more Bitcoin, you don't go to the Bitcoin factory to get one. You have to go up in price. Is there enough Bitcoin for me at 120,000? No. Okay, 130, 140, 150. So I tell you what, there's always Bitcoin available. Just depends on what you're willing to pay for it. And so what I think will happen is this price will continue to discover higher because Bitcoin is the scarcest thing. It's inelastic to the amount of demand that searches for it. So the amount of buying power that we're seeing from the capital markets, from the ETFs, and potentially from nation states like the United States, I think they'll find the supply they're looking for. They're just going to have to go get it at a higher price.
Hold up. Oh my God. That was me from seconds so much on that vacuum, bro. It just, I got some of that dust back into my nose. It's that time of year, man. K-Jam with the basement joke absolutely floored me, dude. I was trying to not laugh my ass off when you said that. Is this the same guy that was crying because people started buying XRP? Nah, dude, I've said to buy and hold your XRP since day one, bro. 7 cents, man. I've never told you to sell your XRP. I don't know where you guys get this from, dude. I am the XRP king, the XRP leader. I am the almighty one. The XRP community, it's just how it is, how it's always been. Never has changed. Well, Josh, talk about Pump. Is the team using platform fees to buy Pump back, real or fake news? I'll check it back, man, but that probably makes sense on why Pump is pumping today while the rest of the market is dumping. But again, you guys know I called out Pump at about right at 4 pennies. And what I was in the video, didn't buy in the video, but said I'm going to be watching Pump here closely. Because if you can catch the bottom of Pump, I'm expecting those Pump founders to pump the shit out of this, dude. Like all those inside cabal members, they just rotate capitals. They rotate it into bonk. They pumped bonk up. Now I think you're going to see that capital rotation. They're sitting on $700-800 million. It's very easy for them to pump this price and this market cap back up. So I do think this could be a good play. I didn't catch the bottom here. But yeah, if they said news there, it could be good for Pump, at least moving forward here. Bless you, Josh. Yo, bless you, chat. You guys are. Crypto Beasto asked me a great question on X just a moment ago. He said, "What do you think of Vine?" Vine is very interesting, man. Vine. What do I think of it? I have been trading the heck out of this. I actually caught the short from 17 cents to 15 cents. It stopped me out, went to 11 cents, made about $2,000. I want to say $2,500 on this last night with some friends. But it's just a meme coin, dude. So I'm expecting this to be a very, very easy short potentially, but it will move with the rest of the market as long as they got hype. So I'd be watching for this. I'd be watching very closely. You had a huge head and shoulder patterns formed on the 20-minute, the 1 hour, whatever you want to call it, went up to 17.5, 18 cents, dropped back down to 11 cents. Looking pretty bearish from here. It's testing major resistance right now at that 13 cents. If it doesn't get above 13.5, 13.6 right here, you're probably going to see downside unless Elon Musk tweets out the word Vine, which I want to put it past him. I really wouldn't put it past him. That's always possible. Always possible. Josh is a liquidity god trader sometimes. Yo, let's go, KJM. Yeah, we're going to crush it, man. Liquidity. We caught a great trade here today, but liquidity is just so volatile. We are waiting for that new range. We're going to get a breakout. No matter what, if this cuts us out, we're going to be up 180 bucks, almost pretty much break even for the day. But, you know, again, you got to just be patient in these markets, wait for those entry points and wait to really catch that next swing. And if you're not patient, you're going to miss it. The SEC did just vote. Wow. The SEC voted to approve in-kind creations redemptions for crypto. This is insane. And markets aren't even pumping. For you guys that don't know what this means, in simple terms, crypto ETPs like Bitcoin ETFs can now let big investors create or redeem shares by directly trading actual crypto, Bitcoin instead of cash. This cuts costs, boosts efficiency, and aligns them with other commodity funds, making the market smoother and potentially cheaper for everybody. Bullish. And markets aren't even moving. Markets aren't even moving. Breaking news, American Eagle stock, guys. Man, we should have bought this. Sydney Sweeney. You guys, in case you missed it, here you go. Check out this ad.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Now, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. This has gone viral and sparked massive controversy. Apparently, a lot of women out there don't like the fact that she's white or blonde, and they're making a huge issue over it, trying to boycott and cancel both American Eagle and Sydney Sweeney. But the response to it has actually been the opposite. It's brought back a ton of media attention to American Eagle. American Eagle is getting a lot of praise from people that aren't belligerently, just illogically malnourished. And their stock has surged over 24%. So if anybody took an option call on a... or if anybody opened a position on AEO, shout out to you guys, up over 24% there. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Yeah, it's just intense, man. It's intense how, like, really that's what these people are trying to cancel. You're trying to boycott it, like, the whole purpose was just she's good looking and she's not. It's like, to each their own. People are trashing on her, be like, oh, she's ugly, she got a butterface, she looks like she was hit by a shovel. And it's like, you know, okay, have your own opinion, but the people saying that she looks like she got hit by a shovel look like they were ran over by a semi-truck and grabbed for 14 miles straight and then had a entire surgically renewed face that was based off pig skin. Like, it's crazy to me that there's just ugly people out there ranting, getting millions and millions of views because people just want to point and blame video. It's like, bro, like, do you guys remember 2019 Calvin Klein ads with, like, beached whales, bro? 550-pound beach whales, like, they're like, yeah, you know, our Calvin Klein extra large, bro. We gotta be extra large. It's like disgusting, man. Disgusting. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see more rolls than moguls on a fucking double black diamond. You should not be able to be skied down and in a Calvin Klein ad. I don't want to see that when I'm walking around the fucking mall with my kids and I have to explain to them why that's not Mount Everest. That's just some fucking oversized 550-pound rolly fucking mogul looking giant. I'm tired of it. Anyways, guys, Bitcoin Magazine, after only 16 years, Bitcoin has already surpassed the entire market cap of silver. Insane. Bitcoin over $2.4 trillion has officially taken over the second world's greatest commodity out there, which is just huge for us Bitcoiners. It's massive adoption. Massive adoption. Watch as Chris Komos is left stunned as RFK delivers the perfect response to the claim that autism rates are higher because of better diagnosis. Oh, this was huge. We actually got to watch this together. It's going to be a good clip. It's going to be a good clip, chat. Watch this. Chris Cuomo is left stunned as RFK Jr. delivers the perfect response to the claim that autism rates are higher because of better diagnosis. This clip ends the debate. Play it for anyone still clinging to that excuse here. Take a listen to RFK Jr. I know it's going to be raspy, but just bear with me.
But one answer is, well, Bobby, the reason we get a lot more now is because everything gets a diagnosis these days. Every kid has at least 2 diagnoses for what we used to just call behavior. So now they're putting all these kids on the autism spectrum because that is kind of like the fashion of the moment. That's the answer to why we're seeing more. Do you accept that?
No, that is nonsense, and it is an absurd industry-driven canard. There's been study after study after study in high gravitas journals by the best research organizations and institutions and universities around this country that shows that the autism epidemic is real. And Chris, it's also just common sense. If it was just a matter of better diagnosis or better recognition, you would see it in older people. You don't. The epidemic is taking place in a specific generation, and it's kids who were born after 1989. That's where you see it. You don't see, it's not, you don't see autism. 1 in every 31 people my age. I have never seen somebody my age, 71 years old, with full-blown autism. That means profound autism. That means nonverbal, non-toilet trained, head banging, stimming, all the stereotypical features of the disease. You don't see that. And these are not people who are locked in some institution somewhere. There are no places for people like that.
Right.
And so why, if it was anything other than an epidemic, why would you only see it in a single generation?
Right. That's a fair point.
Mike dropped, brother. Mike dropped. Autism is an epidemic. I completely agree. I come from a family that's been teaching, and the rates are going higher, chat. The rates are going high. He's 100% right. I have many friends and family members that work with SPED programs and like nonverbal students, Down syndrome, extremely like on spectrum individuals, and it's the rates are increasing, and it's based off those generations. So I completely agree. Anybody that disagree with that, it blows my mind. It's kind of like you're just living in an echo chamber for some reason. You just don't want to wake your eyes up and realize, like, how many of you type 1 in chat if you grew, like, let me actually how many students? I was at a school of roughly 360 students. There's probably 4 students when I graduated that were extremely nonverbal. Today, that same school probably has upwards of 10. But let me know how many students were in your class, because a lot of you might be 35, might be 45, might be 55. How many students in your school were completely nonverbal at the count of your fingers? You can probably count it. It's insane, man. It's insane. Like, most of you could probably count it. But now, like, you look into a school system, because I'm very familiar with the school system. My brother's a teacher. My mom's a teacher. There's entire, like, schools for this now. Entire schools. Like, it used to be 1, 2 kids per class, and you'd have an aide with them, and they'd be in a normal class with everybody. Now it's like they have 40. Like, they have a class of 12, 15, 20, 40 students that are severe. It's like insane. And it's like people just don't look at that as an epidemic. It's like, okay, well, why is that happening? It's maybe it's that, or maybe it's just classroom full of XRP holders that think XRP is going to go to $10,000. I don't know. Maybe I'm just conflating the two. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, we already read that one here. Just in $26 billion, Rack Bank becomes first UAE bank to offer Bitcoin and crypto trading. The floodgates are opening. 400 people total in your school, and that many were in there. Yeah, it's insane. We did have an albino kid. I don't think albino is autistic. But maybe. That's actually sick, though, K-Jam. That kid probably got, well, I don't know. That'd be cool. That'd be dope, man. Better diagnosed these days used to be called delayed. I still don't think it's like diagnosis, man. I mean, I'm talking like I've worked with these kids one-on-one. Like growing up, I can name all 3 people that were at the level of what there'd be 10 to 12 in that same class today. Like, it's like, I'm talking nonverbal, head banging, like he said, like they slammed their desks, they stabbed themselves with pens, they scratched themselves, they spit and kick and punch teachers. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about there. That's what I'm talking about there. Anyways, what else am I talking about? Bill Miller explains why CNBC. Oh, this is insane, man. Check this out. Bill Miller just explained to CNBC yesterday why Ethereum and Solana will lose to Bitcoin in the end. Ethereum and Solana will lose to Bitcoin in the end. Saying Solana and Ethereum are going to go to zero. Take a listen to this.
The one of these that's the most interesting to me, I guess, would be the Clarity Act, specifically because I think the way that it was written.
Let me rephrase that. Are Ethereum and Solana going to zero? This individual on CNBC believes so.
The one of these that's the most interesting to me, I guess, would be the Clarity Act, specifically because I think the way that it was written grandfathers in certain blockchains and advantages them relative to what would happen if they were launched today. So if you look at the way the legislation was written, it allows technologies like Ethereum and Solana blockchains to be classified as decentralized when they're actually not. And if they were launched today, they would go through a much different process than they're going to go through now that they're being grandfathered in. Now, whether or not this technology ultimately gives these other blockchains enough of a step forward on Bitcoin remains to be seen. It is my perspective that the underlying technology will ultimately win the day. So if you look at these grandfathered in technologies like Ethereum and Solana, they're proof of stake technologies. And what that means is if I have a big stake in the blockchain, I get to say what happens. That's exactly how society works today. And it's not really a technological revolution. What's so different about Bitcoin is the governance of it and its proof of work consensus mechanism. And so we tend to believe that the energy intensivity that's tied to new creation of Bitcoin is a game-changing technology. And so, you know, you can speculate as to why things like Ethereum have had this pop in the past few weeks. That's my perspective, is because this legislation has helped them have a leg up. I don't think at the end of the day they're going to win.
So I guess this would enable essentially the way it all comes together is the government is now saying we are not going to declare certain of these crypto activities to be contrary to regulation as it stands right now. In other words, it's a tacit endorsement that this stuff can exist in this form and can continue to develop. But develop toward what? I really think is that an issue still? Or is it just, hey, Bitcoin, because of all the attributes you mentioned, is a great store of value and can continue to be?
Yeah, well, that's exactly the question. People need to start thinking about what problem these various blockchains solve. And the answer is most of them don't actually solve any real problems except Bitcoin.
Yeah, interesting. Do you guys believe Bitcoin is the only crypto asset you should ever hold? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments right now. I think we all agree on that. I think Bitcoin maxis make up. But new base Zora created more tokens than Solana. This is interesting for anybody that is in Coinbase, is in Aerodrome. Let me know what base tokens you hold. There's a lot of advances. Zora is a new base token. Zora is one of the best performing assets in the last 2 weeks. This is launched by Jesse Pollock. Get his last name real quick for 2 seconds. Look at this chart, man. Look at this chart. How many of you wish I got into this? Is like, boom, Viagra, bro. I wish I got into this. Would I buy now? Definitely not. This thing's gone absolutely parabolic, up over 1,000% here. What is it? Okay. What is it? Well, it is the new SocialFi platform that turns every post into a token. You can bet on all of these tokens. Check this out. Let's go to Zora on CoinMarketCap. And why is ETH? Stop dumping! Pump! What are you doing? Don't lose me my money, man. Only up $200 now. It's so weak, bro. So weak. So weak. Here you go. Check out this website. Here is Zora. This is what's pumping. Not partnered, affiliated in any single way, shape, or form with this, guys, but this is the #1 platform that is pumping right now. So apparently, you can create a chat on here. If you create an account, you're going to have a said market cap. If you could bet and buy your different, your posts. So every time I post on there, let's say I make a TikTok and I post it on there, it would turn instantly into a tokenized asset that is purchasable. So you own every single post that exists on this app and platform. So you could buy this for, I don't even know how much it says buy right now. 0.0011 ETH is like the fine here. This one is, it was saying earlier. Did I go to our website? Is that why? Let me refresh it here. Yeah, so this one's up $483. This one's up $575. This one's up $683. That's creepy. That's freaking hectic. Not $200, $900, $300. Now, I don't know how this liquidity works. I don't know if you could sell this. So like the creator, like if you buy it, the creator can sell it. Or if you buy it and somebody else buys it, you can sell it. I haven't actually functionally worked with this yet. I will tell you that SocialFi products haven't worked yet. But if anybody could do it, it might be Jesse Pollock. But that's why this is going viral. This is the most hyped up thing right now. It's one of the most hyped up things on X. And it's just a very basic social fiber. I mean, look at this. I don't even think this works. Like, this actually doesn't even work. Am I tripping? Crypto. Or is it just not loading on me? Yeah, so be careful. Stay away. I mean, this isn't even working. That's depressing. What is that? Smash or pass? Smash or pass? I have to ask chat. Smash or pass? Pash. Posh. Get out of here, dude. Let's see. What else we got here? That was the DGen news. Oh, dude, this is insane. Okay, so before I get to my 3 biggest mistakes in crypto. All right. Oh my goodness. Cat's like smash all day, bro. My goodness. Hold on. I should do crypto news before we get into that. eToro launched tokenized US stocks on Ethereum. This is incredibly bullish. Again, if you guys don't follow rwa.xyz, I recommend you guys do so. rwa.xyz is going to be your number 1 analytical platform and dashboard for all things RWAs, US Treasuries, stablecoins, etc. Beautiful platform. If you guys want to be following all the products that are going to be tokenizing everything, make sure you do so and check it out, because this is going to be where you can track all the latest products that are building and actually growing in the market. You can see Wisdom Tree, Securitize, which is BlackRock, all pumping pretty dramatically here in the last few days here, which is Securitize V-Bill. I don't even know the V-Bill. That's a new product that they have starting to be issued here. This is something I just wanted to react to. I started watching on X with the Discord earlier and looked absolutely insane to me. This is a mountain race, and let's just get a live reaction. Oh, is that it? Oh, shit. I need to. Oh, this is why I was tagged in it. I should do POV. POV was me. I'll come up with something. Oh my God. Dude, the whiplash. Look at this chick. Bro, why don't we have this in the US?
And right now, you can say,
dude, I want that in the United States. Anyways, we're moving on. ETH is better than Bitcoin for treasury, says Lubin. This is Joseph Lubin. Of course, Joseph Lubin believes this. Using Ethereum is actually much more powerful than Bitcoin because it has productive and a yielding asset. It is more scalable in a lot of ways. I don't think better than Bitcoin. Better than Bitcoin's ridiculous, man. Why do they always do this, chat? Why does everybody compare themselves to Bitcoin? Ethereum is not a store of value. Ethereum has an infinite supply. It's supposed to be deflationary. It's a smart contract protocol with centralized foundations and a much different atmosphere, but it's not bad. It's just meant to be a scalable smart contract platform for developing Web3 applications. Like, that is the purpose of Ethereum. It doesn't need to compete with Bitcoin. But why do all of these I mean, he obviously helped found Ethereum, so he's going to be biased on it. But why do this? Take a listen.
what is the difference between using an Ether corporate treasury strategy versus Bitcoin?
Well, Michael Saylor's done a brilliant job with his particular implementation of the strategy. Being able to do some of the same things and many other things using Ether is actually much more powerful because Ether is a productive and yielding asset.
What is the difference between using...
It's so interesting to me. It's so interesting. I mean, I don't disagree. I just think people need to stop comparing apples to oranges in a lot of these cases. They do it with every, like, dude, they'll do it with Cardano, they'll do it with Polkadot, they do it with XRP like every day. Oh, we're better than Bitcoin. It's like, you're obviously not better than Bitcoin. None of you are better than Bitcoin. If you're better than Bitcoin, you'd be valued more than Bitcoin. You'd be adopted more than Bitcoin. You'd be used more than Bitcoin. Just stop with that narrative. Right? Let it be a store of value. Wash your hands, move on, integrate it, create DeFi applications for Bitcoin. Who cares? Take that audience, build your product. It's simple as that. It's as simple as that. But this maximalism is absolutely insane. Lastly, we have one of the coolest things ever. I wanted to share this with the stream here today because I don't think people realize how powerful AI and tech and science is going to be in the future. And I'm not like an Elon Musk fanboy here or anything, but I had to show this. This was just this always blows my mind. The fact that we're literally catching rockets out of air. And I feel like maybe a lot of you haven't even seen this, but just sit back and watch this for it's only 30 seconds and just try to really put yourselves in the perspective of the scientists and the engineers that built it. The math, the technicals, the dedication, the time, the commitment, everything that goes into this process, because the world's about to blow up. Check this out.
Coming back to the once again, we are standing by for attempting to catch the booster at the tower. This would be the second tower catch.
Booster landing burn. Seeing 13 engines.
Booster now hovering as it aligns with the tower for catch.
Booster coming in. Get ready for that boom, Kate.
Down to 3 engines.
Dude. It's insane, man. It's just insane. Crazy to me, dude. Crazy to me. Crazy to me. People think that's AI. I mean, maybe that's AI. I could be. No, there's no way that was AI. No way. Maybe I just fell for it. But it is just. It's actually insane what the capabilities of mankind are. It's. The boosters have top-notch AI. Oh, gotcha, ST. Thank you. I was like, what? Yeah, artificial intelligence. People need to be prepared. Like, there's 2 big things that are going to shift. This is why I'm building FOMO too. Like, I'm gonna just, can I share some alpha with you guys? W's in the chat if I can just share some alpha with you guys. Like, I'm probably not supposed to do this, but hit the like button. And I'm just going to tell you like what we're building out here, because there's any trades. We do have a trade open right now. We're up $272. This is a light trade. You want to be lower leverage right now, chat, because it's very, very volatile and you just kind of want to be cautious on it. I've got 70K. Should I go all in on Ethereum or other coins? I have ETH, Ondo, Link, Pengu, ADA, XRP right now, trying to make enough, buy more than 1 Bitcoin. I have 12K. I have 12K in right now. Raphael, I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, so do not listen to me. Personally, like the best strategy to me that I've used over the years is 50, 25, 25. So if I have 100K, I'm going to put, or 70K, I'm putting 50% into Bitcoin and ETH no matter what. I'm going to put 25% into large caps and then 25% into mid caps, and a very small fraction of that last 25% into low caps, because it's just so high risk, right? Like, why take the risk if you know Ethereum is going to do a 2x and 3x at one point, right? You're playing with a way larger size than most investors, and for that reason, you get to take a way less risky strategy, because you don't need to, chase trends and chase meme coins and get rich quick. You already have a sizable value. So if you just go after the lower risk plays and just compound over 2 to 3 years, you're going to outperform anybody that's chasing memes hands over fist, man. So, that's my personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. 70K is a lot of money, but personally, man, yeah, I'd be 50, 25, 25. Okay, we got the W's. Okay. So, if you guys haven't already, you guys know I've been building out FOMO. All of you guys are using this. We have 40,000 users right now. It's insane. We just had a video blow up on TikTok with it as well, and we're just getting more and more traction. So the reason why I'm building FOMO in this dashboard, you're going to see smart signals in community. We're integrating clip farming and the launch of KOL marketplace campaigns, where any company in the world, doesn't matter if you're at the NFL, doesn't matter if you're Web3, doesn't matter if you're Cardano, XRP, Ethereum Foundation, any project, you can come in and create a dashboard. And dashboard is going to be a bounty. You put $1,000 in, you can put $500 in, $50,000, you put $1 million in. And then you build a CPM system out where any user in the world that wants to create UGC, user-generated content. I am predicting this now. I predicted 2 years ago. It is being formulated today, and it's going to explode in May of 2026. Why? Artificial intelligence is ramping up, and at the same time, every single algorithm on the internet is catching up in terms of banning and demonetizing AI. Every single content platform wants to prioritize user-generated content, because they produce way more money off UGC. That is what UGC stands for. So the dashboard we're going to create is going to incentivize development of not only UGC, but we also, on top of that, are positioning ourselves and gearing up to be the #1 crypto trading esports application in the world. Coming to Xbox, coming to PlayStation, coming to your app store, coming to everything else. That is the envision I have on the year-long time frame. So the alpha in this is creator economies, tokenization, the Aiden Rosses, the Kai Cenats, the rappers, everybody that's running these GTA 6 roleplay or GTA 5 roleplay servers, these Roblox roleplay servers, all of that is going to be tokenized, and all of those in-game creator economies, is what we're calling them, are going to start exploding. I am talking of economies within GTA 6, economies within Roblox that are going to dwarf the GDP of entire economies, upwards of being top 10 GDPs across the globe. So imagine, because of one creator with a Discord server and a video game is now going to have billions, if not trillions of dollars transacting within those systems. That needs to be captured. That needs use case. That needs DeFi. That needs yield farming. That needs marketplaces. That needs token. There's so much value to that. That is going to explode, in my opinion, with GTA 6. That is coming. So I'm giving you guys that pre-alpha to this. These are the dashboards we're going to be creating that you'll be able to integrate all that type of stuff in the future with this. But I'm giving you that value because tokenization and in-game creator economies, I truly believe, are going to dwarf entire GDPs of countries. They already are. Roblox is doing it. GTA 5, still massive. Massive, massive, massive. And I believe GTA 6 is going to spark that. So that is some early alpha you guys should be paying attention to. Ricky Romero here. Thoughts on Omnicoin? Hidden gem. I don't know anything about Omnicoin, man. So unfortunately, I couldn't tell you if it's a hidden gem because I just don't know. I'd have to read the white paper and go deep, 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 deep into it. GTA 6 might have an in-game stablecoin. What do you think, Josh? KJM, what do I think of that? I think that that stablecoin will be interoperable with any of our dashboard products. So let's say you make money in GTA 6, you'll be able to spend that money on Coinbase, tokenization, paper trading, yield products, borrowing, lending, Travala. Like I want to integrate Travala. Like if you make money in GTA 6, you could buy a flight to Puerto Rico or to Brazil. You can use it to pay rent. You can use it to pay your utilities. Like that is what I'm building to that. That will be the capabilities of that dashboard. So if you guys want to check that out, follow us out. It's free to use right now. We're grandfathering everybody in, hopefully by Friday. So anybody that's in now is going to have way better rates than anybody else that's getting in next week. So you guys can go check that out. It's free to check out for the site. I just want to share that with you guys. It's definitely alpha that's coming. Crazy thought. Yeah, it's I have way more into it that you guys are going to see launch, but it's dude, it's going to be insane. Like it's not GTA. The GTA 6 is going to be crazy, but it's the creator economies. It's already happening with Aiden Ross. It's already happening with Speed. It's already happening with that entire like Kai Cenat and those groups. Like they have clip farmers and people that work directly for them, but it's not scalable in the sense that it's very extensive. It's easy to do if you learn it, but I'm going to break that barrier to entry with our creator economies and esports trading dashboard. So stay fucking tuned. Yeah, that's what we got. But where are we at right now? We're just sitting at we're up $400 right now. We're up $400, chat. We're up $400 in this trade. Just sitting here. Just sitting here. Easy 2 to 3x do a Solana, Rander, Stacks, bro. Raphael. I like Stacks. I haven't paid that Stacks here. What is goated? Appreciate you guys. Yeah, if you guys didn't already see it, you can already use it on Xbox. You can pull up the website and it's pretty functional on Xbox. I've been doing it like every day. It's just fun. But soon you'll actually, so like right now you can swap now. We just added the swap functionality. So this is the first step of like really integrating a universal wallet. And then we want to partner with a company. There's a few different companies I won't say on the stream, but essentially we want to create a backend system because we don't ever need a token. What I would rather do is create a stablecoin processing system where we have a one-to-one stablecoin that users don't even realize there's necessarily because what they want is they want it to be easy access. Let's say GTA 6 has a stable coin and you want to use that to use a Travala project. We can auto convert it on the back end for you. So you never have to touch even crypto if you want, if you're a GTA 6 player, or if you're a Roblox player, or if you're a Clash of Clans player, or if you're a Call of Duty player. We'll convert all that through our universal system and wallet. So you can spend and use that money on all these other products and dashboards. I'm kind of, it's like a Robinhood, Amazon, Instagram, TikTok dashboard system we're creating. But I'll show it with the pitch deck. It'll make way more sense. But you can already see what's happening here. So imagine like you could add in any widget. So you could add in your GTA 6 Discord, and you could have your Discord up, and that Discord's linked directly to your wallet that's in your GTA 6 system. We can auto convert and create a token that interacts with that GTA 6 system that can let you convert it in, so you can use it to borrow, receive Cardano, or trade with it. All that type of stuff. That's all being built, baby. So anyways, guys, that's what I got for you. It is 5 o'clock. We're up $370 right now. If you guys want to see how this trade goes, come join the Discord. We'll be in the Discord even a little bit later tonight, as well as live on TikTok. I got to produce some TikToks and some YouTube shorts for the channel. Deezy's got a video going out at 7 p.m. tonight. That's going to be absolutely beautiful. Make sure you guys stick around. And guys, we're going to literally crush it here. So I appreciate you guys. And again, guys, please come join our Discover Crypto Discord. I can't say it enough. You can use the link in the description below of this video. It is the Discord. You guys can straight up just go to it, Discover Discord, click on it, come join. It's free, okay? All you got to do is sign up with a referral. It's CoinW, Blowfin, or I think LBig. Sign up with one of those. You get in for free. There's a $99 version, but it's free to enter. The $99 version's for people that have a lot of money that want to look at our $1 million portfolio and see how we're yield farming and accessing DeFi products with TJ, Veteran Crypto, and many, many, many others. You got Blockchain Base. We got Deezy. Got a ton of content here, guys. Come join the Discord. If you're new to crypto, it's the place to be. We're probably the most realistic channel and server out there that exists. I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm very conservative. Most of my price predictions are wrong because the price doesn't pop hard enough. I predict that it's going to go lower than it will. So it's a very good place to be because we're very conservative. You do a lot of research, and it's just a place to be. So, guys, we'll see you in that Discord. Much love, everybody. Hit that like button. See you guys next time.
We just wanted to take a quick second to shout out our sponsor, Arculus. They are a cold storage hardware wallet, helps you secure all of your digital assets for the future. Just tap this thing to the back of your phone and boom, you're in. We wouldn't be able to do this without them, but also wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, the Disco fam. You've supported us a lot over the years. If you want to support the channel now, just use the code DC20. It gets you 20% off this card. It's the #1 way you can support this channel going forward. Thank you for your support. We'll see you at the top.